After weeks of headlines that big oil producers would have to cut production and speculation that OPEC could hold an emergency meeting, we finally heard from the Saudis and Russia that an agreement is in place to freeze output at current levels. But a freeze isn't a cut, and a freeze may not do much when output levels are at or near record highs.
The statement with Russia and Saudi Arabia, to me, is at least a step in the right direction. I don't know how much it's going to, let's say, affect the overall price near term here. But again, if some of the other players come into line also, we do have at least a consolidation of sentiment here, and this market could work its way a little higher.
So the question now, is this a first step? Could OPEC and non-OPEC parties that are adversaries agreeing to a freeze mean that they could agree to more? It could be, but remember who's staying out of this: Iran and the U.S. The Saudis won't cut if Iran doesn't cut, and U.S. producers have lowered costs. While they're suffering, they're still in the game.
$27.50 was a pivot point over the last, let's say, 2 weeks or so. So if we stay above there, the market still stays in somewhat positive range. But again, let's look at, let's say, the upside. There's tremendous resistance above this market at about anywhere between 31.5 and 31.80. That's, again, a number that's going to take some work for the market to get above and hold.
While surging supply has certainly been part of the story and forecasts haven't changed for global demand, there could be a caveat coming that's seasonal that could change the game here.
We're talking about a winter that could, say, really draw down heating oil stocks, natural gas stocks. If we have a nice early spring, we'll be driving season coming in. I think people are going to be very free with their gasoline.
But for the moment, the market is at a standstill. The freeze heard about today could keep it from moving lower, but it's not necessarily enough to drive it higher. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Jackie DeAngelis.